Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Shinchou Yuusha. So last episode, things got a little bit rough. First of all, we found out about kind of how the whole immortality thing works. Like, you got a virtual fake soul and the body's kind of connected to the real soul, and that's why you're safe even if you die. And this bad guy's got a magical special sword that just kind of cuts past all those protections, and that's very concerning. And Seiya actually lost an arm. Like, we were able to fix it, sure, but since it was cut with a special blade, who knows what kind of repercussions that could have. That may have done some damage that we're not really aware of. And Seiya did act a little bit weird, which has people maybe a little bit concerned. The fact that he actually suggested taking some time off, before getting back to training, which, yeah, like, that's not really like Seiya. So it's possible that maybe he's wants to do something and wants everyone else to be distracted playing or whatever while he does it. That's the only thing I could guess, really, but I'm sure there's something on Seiya's mind, there always is. He's the cautious hero after all. So let's just get into it and see what we're gonna get. 3, 2, 1, play. Bum, 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 bum. Opening. Kono Yuusha Tsuek Seni Yisha blah 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 Japanese words. Where Shinchou Yuusha is the important part. Gonna miss this opening when the show's over. One of the best this season, opening-wise, hands down. And then our vanquished Elite Four over here. But we're gonna get to tit for tat pretty soon. And there we go, tit for tat. Oh yeah, indeed. That's just amazing. I can't think of a better way to describe it. That part is so good. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. No, don't sing with it. I've been doing good about that, but must not fall now. The oh yeahs are hard to not sing along with, though, I'll be honest. Here we go. What are we doing to have fun? Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. The casino, that was a place with a bunny grill, right? It's a good outfit over there. These are our adventuring gear. Okay, Rista. Not the best influence. There's nothing wrong with her current outfits. But I won't say no to some shopping. Depending on what we get. She seems nice. Oh. A hot spring episode? I mean, that's a pretty typical way to relax in anime. Mixed, huh? Well, now you have my attention. Just thinking about relaxing. I mean, yeah, sounds like a good time. That's a good, I mean, yeah, it's a great swimsuit. The swimsuits are fine. Separate style. I'm not sure about the color, but otherwise I like it. Yeah, let's be condescending in our own head, not out loud. Oh. That's perfect. We'll take it. Yeah, this is a new style. You should totally check it out. Yeah, she's definitely mad. That's pretty clear. Don't worry, it's a top that only idiots can't see. We'll give you the one with no bottom instead, right? Oh, oh, that's good too. I love this. Yeah, it's like being a chuny. It's like way better. I'm so glad we got to see some vision of her wearing it, even if it's just a mental image. Yes, we'll go with that one. You should at least have tried it on, at the very least. He's really not, though. Not at all. I'm sure she'll take that one. Of course. He's not going to wear it, Rista. There we go. Yeah, don't corrupt these children over here, please. Good thing we found an idiot goddess to sell to. I should hope so. She'd get a discount. I guess that's a happy ending to that conflict. that was a fun scene. I want to see her wear it. Just once will be fine. I love the explanation about why those even exist. So where's Seiya? What's he up to? I don't see things going the way you want them to. I just don't. Well, that was training. That was different. I don't like the lighting of this scene. I mean, I guess it's just because it's darker outside, but it looks kind of concerning. Yeah, that's why you would never wear a swimsuit with a giant hole in it. Yeah, that's the question. What's he up to? He went to all the shops. So now it's a matter of hunting down Seiya. Well, sorry to hear that, buddy. We're gotta leave now. I'm sure he's doing something productive. He always is. Yeah. Hopefully he's not doing anything stupid. I hope so. Not gonna get our own sent trip, are we? Oh, there she is. What's... Oh. Oh, what happened? Okay, it's not what I was expecting. Now I'm definitely worried. Like a whole new level of worry. The hyperbolic time chamber, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a really nice looking tree. Yeah, I figured this was like the soul place. Seriously, he really did that? Come on, Seiya. Going against your own character. Well, that would naturally be the reason why, but still, to see Seiya do that. He is mean to her a lot, but doesn't mean he doesn't like her. He is a hero. Yeah, at some point that became kind of obvious. Really? But training always helps. Or is he maxed out? Is he already maxed out? Yeah, okay. Wow, yeah, no more training would help. That's gotta be a rough position to be in. Uh... Yeah, we're not like in his head like we are in some anime with the protagonist, so really didn't know much about this internal struggle. Yeah. No. We witnessed something. Yeah, he was just opening her gates, so that makes sense. So yeah, definitely concerned now. Because you're his friends, I thought we went over this. I don't know. Do we know these people? Huh, okay, I think I get it now, wow. Because I recognize the voice. Huh. Definitely a little bit confused, I'll be honest. Because that's Seiya, but, I mean... He's obviously a bit different. It's best strategy. Don't be silly. Gonna be okay. And this was 100 years ago, they said? Colt, okay. Princess Tiana. And then things go wrong, right? You're doing your best strategy's not doing so well. The Chimera. Ooh. Oh, that's a flesh wound. Yeah, because is that not the same voice actress as Rista? Like, similar at the very least. Ooh, right in the eye. That's some good aim. We won, but at what cost? He seems a bit injured. Yeah, maybe we should heal up a bit before that, you know? Say, oh, that's why Rosalie rubbed in the wrong way. So yeah, now we can see why he became as cautious as he did. Because, you know, consequences can happen when you just rush into things unprepared. The moon. Okay, then what do you want to do instead? I wonder about that. 2 needs that kind of preparation. This is not saying that we know. Because she sounds like Yun, kind of. It's good points. But, you know, his mentality does change. Healing magic is useful. Hand-holding? Definitely a love interest here. Not sure how I feel about that catchphrase. And things are not gonna be okay, though. Just not remotely Daijobu. Oh, that thing is hideous. Please kill it with fire right now. Oh, right in the belly. Okay, well, their friends are alive, looks like. So, not too bad. I'm still nervous. I feel like it's not. I feel like something's going to happen. Maybe he blows up or something. I don't know. That's concerning. That sounds concerning as well. Not really laughing matter. There we go. I was waiting for something. I thought you said his HP was 0. Did you lie to me? This is why you don't do that. Maybe you only checked one of his hearts and he had a second one. Oh no, not Arya. So, more or less what I said. If only we had properly prepared for this, maybe tragedy could have been prevented. At least goddesses aren't in too much trouble or danger. I'm sure goddesses taste delicious. Too good for you. Yeah, that's a problem. No, Seiya does, though. This is when he realized, this is when he changes. No, she did nothing wrong. But he can't fight anymore. Oh, are you serious? Yeah, definitely love interest. You are a monster. Yeah, let's end it here. I don't need to see more of that. That was really more Seiya's fault than yours. Yeah. Yes, which would explain the same voice actress. So I kind of figured that much, like, immediately when we first saw her. I assumed it was her. So not much of a reveal, but... there are no coincidences. Alright, that was my other question. The form of a word. Ready perfect, or... properties. That was an important word. Yeah, he probably needs your help. Aw. So yeah, I guess they will be pretty close if they have that history as well. Definitely. Yeah, I bet she would. She still will. Yeah, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah, you guys can stay here if you want to. But she's going. Knew they'd say that. Don't know how much help they'll be, but... of course they'll want to go. It's nice music, too. You're adequate help. And the one you love. This time for sure. And that's gonna end off in OED, right? Yeah. Wow, okay. Well, that that was the 11th episode of Shinchou Yuusha. There's a lot to take in with this one. Okay, so the first half wasn't super important. In fact, there was probably an order of magnitude difference of importance between like the first half and the second half of the episode. So the first half was just everyone kind of off doing their own thing, you know, because Seiya made comments about, hey, let's relax for a few days, and of course we eventually figured out why he said that, but at this point we couldn't say for sure. They were out just doing their own thing, which led to swimsuit shopping, which led to Rista kind of triggering the sales lady there. I do want to go back to what exactly she said that bothered her. Yeah, why would she even say this all loud? The tailors in the Divine Realm are way ahead of them. This is sword and sorcery world, so it can't be helped. Yeah. Might as well choose one of the better ones. Why would you say all this out loud? What is wrong with you, Rista? This is not a smart move. Because I just initially assumed she was just in her head, because usually you wouldn't say things like this out loud, and just it's not a smart thing to do. And she held a grudge. She held a grudge, man. She went all out on that. She gave her a nice swimsuit, but it was, you know, bottoms only, which is actually kind of nice, because those would be at least half off, right, in price, you would imagine. I would have personally loved to see her try it on, but unfortunately she didn't, because even, like, yeah, it's really almost my favorite color, really. Like, that nice shade of blue was great. This, you know, topless style bathing suit. Just, it's all the rage, you know. I don't know why you wouldn't accept it immediately. So, just seeing her try to push it onto her was pretty great. Then we had a little mental image of her wearing it. She was like a full-on pirate with the hat and the eye patch and the, you know, the half top, you know, which is pretty great. I hope to see her in the sequel to Moritz Pirates, you know. That'd be great. She did end up taking the top, so, you know, that's something. As well as a bottom for Seiya that he's obviously not going to wear. So that certainly got her attention, though. They eventually reached an agreement, which is nice. And then, you know, it was just a matter of looking for Seiya. But they went back to the Divine Realm, where they finally learned what was up. And this is when the episode definitely takes a bit more of a serious turn. Yeah, it wasn't even the first half, it was like more the first third, really. So, okay, so there's a lot to take in with this last portion. So basically, Seiya, he said the taking a break thing because he wanted them out of the way to go do something, which is, I figured, but I didn't think it would be to fight the, you know, the big baddie by himself. Although I guess I should have figured that, because that is the most likely thing. The only reason why I didn't think that was because I know Seiya's personality, which is, you know, cautious. Like, why would he go fight without training? That didn't make sense to me. However, that's because I didn't have the information that he was his max level. That was a very big difference. That kind of changed everything. If I had known that, I could have predicted him going to fight on his own. Because this is a guy that always super duper over levels for things, over prepares because he's super cautious. That's fine. Like, you know, you can do that if you have the patience for it. However, the natural conclusion of that is you hit your max level eventually, and you can't do that anymore. You can't over level. You can't be 10 times stronger than your opponent. What do you do when you reach that point? Like, that's kind of the main flaw in Seiya's way of doing things. So, and he fought an opponent that was a bit of a difficult fight, and the next one would be even harder, but he can't increase in power at all between those two fights. So what does he do? Like, that's really, there's a lot of conflict there. And when we also learned that he cares about his friends quite a bit, once you learn that, you know, all the pieces kind of come together and everything makes sense. You know, however, you know, I mean, it wasn't really that much of a shock that he, you know, cares about and wants to protect his friends. Like, I did kind of get that impression at various points in the story, you know, because he always would do things that prioritized protecting his friends whenever an opportunity to do so presented itself. So that really wasn't much of a surprise to me, at least not as much as them. The max level was a surprise, sure, but that was not. And this led to, well, first of all, we found out that Seiya learned the special move from Valkyrie, you know, because they did the thing. So, and then we had, yeah, they finally got into this, which is the biggest thing, the flashback, the 100-year flashback, where we had, yeah, Tiana, Arya, and what was his name? Sort, something like that. You know, yeah, basically Seiya's previous adventuring party basically trying to save another world. Probably not as high difficulty as this one, I would imagine, but, you know, another one nonetheless. So, one thing that was confused me initially about when we transitioned to this flashback segment is, you know, Tiana. Because one of my first thoughts was, hey, this is Rista in the past. Like, that was like my first thought. And yet they almost treated it like it was a plot twist and mentioned at the end. Even though that was very clear. She had the exact same voice actress. I mean, I wasn't 100% sure about that. I started to doubt myself after a little bit. Like, maybe it's not the same voice actress. Maybe I'm just crazy because, you know, they're acting like this is a different person. And if it is a different person, they wouldn't give her the same voice actress, right? So I was kind of like going through these mental gymnastics in my head trying to figure out what's going on with this character. Because if it's the same voice actress, it would be the same person. But they were acting like it wasn't. Or at least they didn't say it was yet. So, you know. But in the end, I think I settled on it being the same person. And they confirmed that by the end. So, clearly, he knew her from before. And even you know, Arya knows him from before. Colt, that's what it was. Colt. There it is. Yeah, Princess Tiana. She was a straight-up princess and the healer of the group, which, you know, that's what she kind of is now as well. And the biggest surprise about any of this, though, was the fact that Seiya was not at all cautious, you know. He was much more reckless. He's like, hey, no, let's just get into there because, you know, the sooner we defeat people, the less people die, right? And that's true. It's some simple but very true logic. However, that kind of goes against a little bit of what Seiya argued against, you know, in the actual series when kind of Rista was talking about it. In that if you rush into things and get yourself killed because you neglected spending a little bit extra time training, then a lot of extra people will die. You know, that's kind of the flip side of that argument. And this is, you know, he's kind of completely flipped positions on that because of the experiences that he has, or has had, which has been failing because of his recklessness. They kept hammering that point home. Like, if we went to the one town and met the sage, this might not have happened. You know, they really were a bit on the nose with that. But that is clearly the kind of overall lesson from the adventure. You know, and I'll also say it just in general seemed to be a bit more happy. You know, relaxed. Because the current Seiya was very, you know, all business, so not messing around. We're not a group of friends hanging out, having fun. No, I'm here for a job. I'll do my best. And that's that. Like, he kind of came across that way. Whereas in this, he's just more like a regular adventurer. You know, like, yeah, I'm out there having fun, adventuring with my friends, doing good work, you know? So, but yeah, losing your entire party like that does that to you. You know, this certainly isn't the only first anime to do that sort of thing, where you have an adventure that's, you know, a bit more happy, lighthearted. Then he goes to a travesty and completely changes. This is definitely did not invent that concept, but for some reason I didn't really expect it for Seiya until we got the flashback. I mean, as soon as we got the flashback, it was more or less obvious how it would end, but... And we had a nice little scene between him and Tiana there, which made it kind of clear that, yeah, she's supposed to be kind of the love interest there, which became a bit more obvious, you know, upon a later reveal. So, and that was in this scene, when they fight the monster, and they're like, yeah, we took it down, it's got 0 HP. That sure was rough. Yeah, I got no magic over here, I got no magic over here, you know, I can barely move, but we won, guys, it's all good. Let's have a nice, hearty laugh with each other, you know, next to this corpse. In, you know, enemy territory, nothing bad could possibly happen from that. You know, yeah, her comment on being almost nearly dead. And then everything goes downhill when the monster just stabs through one of our party members and eats him, regenerates a bit, tells us that he has 2 lives, and this horrified look on Arya's face, and just one by one just kills them all. And then just, you know, this was pretty hard to watch, but it got significantly worse, you know, when it was revealed that she was pregnant with his child. Like, that, man, did that make it so much worse. Like, I can barely imagine Rista being a mother, honestly, from all we've seen of her in the show. But just, yeah, that really made it so much worse. I can't even describe how much. It's like, poor Seiya, just that could really change you. That could really damage you going through that. And afterwards, yeah, it all makes sense why Seiya's the way he is. Although it was nice that he was at least able to reunite with, you know, Rista and Arya and stuff. You know, not Colt or whatever, because who cares about him? And yeah, Rista being reborn as a goddess. Seiya doesn't actually remember any of that, but, you know, I'm sure he remembers in his heart, you know, how that always goes in these sorts of stories. And the importance of the word properties. So, just, we learned a lot this episode. Probably more so than any other episode. And in the end, yeah, he wanted to protect Rista, but she wants to protect him, so she'll go help him. He probably won't be too happy about that initially, but it probably will make a big difference. And, yeah, like, Seiya wasn't in the episode at all, really. I mean, not current Seiya. Like, if you don't count the flashback, he was not in the episode at all, which is definitely different. And man, yeah, there was a lot to take in with this episode, but it was a big one. It was an important one, an emotional one. It's gonna be a rough fight because Seiya can't over level for it. I don't know. I'm not sure how the next episode will go. I'm a little bit worried though, considering how badly this sort of thing went for Seiya last time. You know, in his previous life. So yeah, I feel like I've already talked much longer than usual. So I'll probably just end it off here. But yeah, great episode, great developments. Hopefully things don't end in disaster next episode. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.